Good evening. Welcome. Are you doing it?
I usually do it, unless I'm not doing it this time.
You go ahead. Tell the people
who we are,
what we're doing.
Hey. Hello. Welcome to CHMA, broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, Canada. You are either listening on 106.9 FM in the Tantramar area or at www.chmafm.com.
On the internet.
That is where that is.
Yeah.
This is ground control at YMC Midgic Airport. You are joining myself, Air Traffic Controller Thomas.
And me, Air Traffic Controller Luke.
Join us for the next hour as we watch the skies, listen to some tunes, chat, and we'll be done by and by. So, Luke!
Yeah. It's time we look through the fourth wall and inform our listeners that this is another episode that is pre-recorded live.
Not only is this pre-recorded live, we pre-recorded this one live last night.
And the results were suboptimal.
They were bad. Both of us walked away being like, that was terrible.
It was not up to par. We have a level of professionalism.
Yeah.
That we strive to be mid-pack in CHMA's programming.
100%. Yeah, we want to be literally right in the middle.
Yeah, like the student everyone forgets.
Yeah,
we want to be.
We don't want to cause too much of a ruckus being bad.
No, but we also don't want to. Like, we don't want to compete. There's some banger, there's some fantastic shows on CHMA, and as people who are doing this, to provide a community service.
Sure, yeah.
But also for fun.
100% for fun, yeah.
You don't want to go up against the people who are like the heavyweights.
No. Oh, no, absolutely.
Because you step on their toes, they could roll over and crush you.
Yeah, I'm not looking to step on toes.
So we were unhappy with the results.
Yes.
Of our last show. So this is take 2.5.
Yeah.
Of a pre-recorded live episode.
Yeah, it really is 2.5. Anyway.
They don't need to know about the technical
No, they
snafus.
don't need to know about the technical snafus in the middle either.
So now that we've got that out of the way, we'll start with our weather predictions. Looking out the window of my mind several days in advance, I'm going to call for light snow and mild temperatures because it's winter, and I like winter very much, and I would like to have
more of it.
15 more centimeters of snow. Because I think we're going to lose some. And I just like a top-up. I've seen that with coffee drinkers. They're like, I don't want a coffee, but I want
just a little bit. Yeah.
Just, not to be losing it. So that's kind of how I feel with the snow.
Yeah.
I'm just not ready for winter to be over.
No.
And I'd like another dose of winter.
A little bit more winter.
Yes, please.
I'll take that if we get to stay home from work from the airport, but we don't.
Yes, that's true. Air traffic control is, it's a slog in that way.
Yeah, it's
but you do it because you love it. You get the people in and out.
Exactly.
And Midgic is a transportation hub.
We got a lot coming through here. We got a plane every month.
So often. Every so often. Still waiting on that airship though.
Yeah.
Gosh, ever since the Hindenburg rolled by, just
we
not
haven't had
a lot of airship traffic around. One of these days.
That's why I keep Sean on staff, right? Is just for airships, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Someone needs to know how that still works technology-wise.
Well, it's lighter than air aircraft, sir. It works pretty simply.
Well,
you know what I always thought was funny?
What?
While talking about airships. In English, it's just a hot air balloon. I know we've jumped now from airships that are rigid to hot air balloons, which are not. So just calm down, aviation enthusiasts everywhere.
I'm with you.
I'm trying to keep the lines only a little foggy.
Yeah.
But in English, it's just a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
But in French, they still call it a montgolfière over the guy, who named it.
Oh, really?
Who invented it. It was like he gets all the cred until you get to another language, and they're like, "What is this?
It's a hot air in a balloon.
That's
hot
it.
air balloon. There it is.
Yeah,
that sucks.
So
it's
named.
sad. It's like
you get your
Claude?
recognition. I don't know if it's Claude. I can't remember, but it's montgolfière, which would be anyway. So there you go. A little bit sad.
Just imagine having to think just that's the Luke.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's neat.
Okay.
Hey, we're going to listen to a song.
All right. You going to cue up our first one for us?
Yeah.
Hit us with a... Is this a high energy? Are we setting the bar?
No clue.
Okay. Hit play.
Don't get saltier than a lamb chop. I know you feel it, so get out of your seat. Come on. Ancestry, you make your fine tingle. Big old booty, you make your eye linger. I laugh because you're rolling with me. We trying to smash it up. Tell somebody about it, cause I don't think they tag is us. Tell my baby to bag it up. I'm bad at baggy talking shit, you can't bag it up. Smash it up. Tell somebody about it, cause I don't think they tag is us. Tell my baby to bag it up. I'm bad at baggy talking shit, but can you bag it up? Bag it up. We got to have it really in fun. Come on now. We got to have it really in fun. We got to have it really in fun. We got to have it really in fun. CFL playing a running back. You about to give me a heart attack. George Dixon and knock a brother back. With your personal reawakening, I'm hunting for that. Nah, stop playing with me. No matter your skin color, just enjoy the beat. Who that brother that just destroyed the feast? Keep it moving, I'll have you sweating to the floor. The key, now clap your hands with me. We got to have it really in fun. Come on now. Whoa. We got to have it really in fun. On the floor, please. Shout out to Uncle D. Put that shit back on the table. Better not have any food in your hands either, because if that shit get on the floor and we slip and fall, we coming for that head. Bad.
And we're back.
That song was really something.
We did listen to a song there, didn't we?
I'm sure we did. We're jumping right into the news. What's new? What can you tell me? No?
No, man. We gotta do sports first.
Oh, my goodness. I almost forgot that I'm going to learn about... Am I learning about a sport tonight? Do I get to comment on a sport tonight? Okay. What would you like my... Well, now it's solicited commentary on, I suppose.
So we are going to talk about NASCAR.
Yeah.
So it is the start of the NASCAR season.
It's starting.
The Daytona 500 is coming up, not this Sunday, but the Sunday after. It is the 75th year
for NASCAR.
Huh. Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
So we're going to watch, well, I'm going to watch some...
the Daytona 500.
Some of the Daytona 500.
500 miles of Daytona.
Oh, that's a lot of miles of Daytona. Isn't it just like 1 mile?
No, I think Daytona is bigger than a mile. No, because a mile is a very short track. Like New Hampshire, which would be the closest NASCAR race to us.
Yes.
The New Hampshire International Speedway is referred to as the Magic Mile, I believe. Mm-hmm. And it is very short. It's about the shortest that the pro levels do.
The one in Antigonish is like a mile.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Which is would be like big for a a small track, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
And then you have your speedways, which would be larger than that, and then your super speedways on top, which is like super speedways would be Daytona, Talladega, and I want to say there's probably a third, but I'm just not really.
And those
up
are the
on
ones
NASCAR
that people
anymore.
really like, though.
It depends, because a shorter track keeps the cars together, and you'll see more car contact, more excitement. The larger tracks, like I went years ago. My father took me to Talladega. My father's a big stock car racing fan, so we went down, and the experience of cars going by you at 190 miles an hour, give or take a few, that's like in metric 300. I think it's 191 is 300, or 192 is the conversion. So 300. So
dummy fast.
So think of standing on the side of the highway if you've ever been like waiting to cross a highway on foot, and a car goes by, and you're like, well, that's close to me. It's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Or like the wind of a semi truck at that speed. Mm-hmm. So then take 25 cars and triple the speed going by you, and add the visceral element of the noise. And it's not something I'm going to get and go and do multiple times a year. But as an experience to have said, like, I've done it, and like you've known me, and listeners who are regular 2 listeners.
Yes.
Or 2.2, like they'll pick up that I have some motorsports interests, because there's I have commentary on those things. It's the mechanics of it is very interesting. Mm-hmm. So NASCAR
is, I find it quite neat. Mm-hmm. And when we do a sport, we typically talk about team names. Now, when we looked up the team names yesterday, they were all so boring.
Yeah, it's effectively the names of the people who've set up the companies that build the cars.
Yeah, it was like,
or own them.
It was like Jake Ringer Enterprises, like stuff like that.
Yep.
You mentioned what might be more interesting.
Oh, so you got to do some research.
Yeah.
I told you the more interesting might be the one-off car liveries, like sponsorships and paint schemes that exist only maybe for a single race or part of a season as a special promotion thing. So
I found the 10 weirdest sponsorships in NASCAR.
How many of them are fictitious money laundering?
I hope all of them.
You're laughing, but it's... Anyway,
I believe it.
Okay. Give me what's our source here for the 10 best?
Yeah. No, not 10 best. The 10 best were like Wilson's tobacco company and stuff like that. Those were when I looked up best.
10 strangest, 10 most notable.
I think it is. This is the 10 most bizarre.
And we're not sticking just to NASCAR. We're going a little broader here.
And we got Haggerty.
Yep, Haggerty, big name in classic automotive spheres.
And Chris Starks was the writer less than a year ago in March. So we have this. Okay, so this isn't NASCAR. This is an F1 car, right?
Yes.
So it's sponsored by ABBA.
Yes, that did happen.
The band.
Yes, yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, no, but hey, man, like this.
The second one was just as crazy to me. Now this one is a NASCAR. Mm-hmm. There's a NASCAR and a Formula One car. Okay, and this is folks here. I can see a picture at a distance. Yes,
but we're sharing a monitor, and my eyesight is suboptimal.
This is Taylor Swift.
You see, I would not have known that.
Yeah,
so this must have been quite recent.
No, this was in 2012. So still kind of, I think, just pre her becoming less country, more pop.
Okay.
So Taylor Swift in the past sponsored F1 and NASCAR. Mm-hmm. This NASCAR one has Scooby-Doo on it.
Yeah.
Scooby and Shaggy.
Yeah. Because everyone associates cartoon stoners with
100%
racing NASCAR.
Why not?
A lot of cross-pollination there.
And that looks so cool.
Sweet, great livery, though. Kind of a purple base, folks, with their cartoon faces.
It's awesome.
All smashed all over the car.
I 100% wish
that was still happening.
Boudreaux's butt paste.
Well,
Boudreaux's butt paste.
Don't know what that is, but it's is the car number is the car 0?
Yes, it is.
Number 0 is always like it's great. It's symmetrical when you spin the car out. You're still 0.
We have Durex.
Yep. That they've done several cars.
Oh, Viagra. That.
Oh, they were big in NASCAR for quite a few years. Is it Mark Martin that drove?
Yes, it was
for years, and good driver, well respected guy in the sport, and always like the butt of a lot of jokes. But I mean, listen, from the outside looking in, if you want to race and you're a long term racer and a big name sponsor comes to you, that's pharmaceuticals are kind of probably the modern big sponsor in racing in a lot of ways. Like after tobacco and liquor got run off, then there's only so many people looking for huge, like that would have the money to support race teams.
I've kind of seen it in
so pharmaceuticals,
professional fighting as well.
I would imagine, yeah.
Anyway, it's funny. The first sentence here after introducing who Mark Martin is the sponsorship deal was rumored to be $15 million per year.
And that was quite a few years ago.
Yeah,
that had to be 15. Oh gosh, I was going to guess 15 years. This
is bit
bad.
More than that.
Oh, aging myself.
Number 4. This is an F1 car. We're looking at Penthouse.
I see. I would have guessed Playboy. Maybe they're later on the list, but I'm not sure if they ever sponsored one. But I mean, it was a lifestyle thing, and I get it that F1 used to be even. It's a very prestige event today, but let's say it used to be faster and looser, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Number 3, we got Good Smile, which is an anime.
Okay.
The car looks real cool.
Yeah, it's almost like a sticker bomb thing going on, or it's very like, again, looking at this from a bit of a distance, but definitely there's a whole lot of design that goes into race car livery. Like,
I 100% believe
because. And it's really interesting, actually, to go back in the history to read up on it. I've read a couple articles, but early on, I mean, all the cars were color, but for years it was you expected your car to be printed on newsprint.
Right.
So there were certain liveries that were drawn out to be like, this is not only going to look well in black and white, but it'll be recognizable at the very low definitions that it's going to get in AB newspapers that are going to run this. So it's there's a lot that goes into it, and you see a lot of really complex liveries today, which makes sense because we have high definition everything, and everything's in color. But you look at liveries that are most often covered. Like if I describe to you the Gulf livery, the classic Gulf oil, it's like a robin's egg blue offset with a bright orange. But if I showed you a car in it, even being outside of motorsport, you'd realize like, oh, this has been imitated and redone a little time.
Yeah.
And that their stripes originally were designed so that like, okay, from any 3/4 view of this vehicle, if it's printed, people are going to recognize it.
Yeah.
Even if it's black and white, they don't get the colors right, they're going to know that was a Golf car.
Huh.
So it's anyway,
a lot of
rabbit holes
yes.
that you can go into if you're wide awake in the middle of the night.
Yeah. We have, at number 2, Dianetics.
I'm not really sure what that one is, to be honest with you.
Dianetics. I actually do know this one. Have you heard of science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard?
Oh, yes.
He wrote a book called Dianetics. And that eventually turned into...
A religion. How about that?
Yeah, it's one of the foundational documents for the religion. And Dianetics itself had
who raced for them? Like, who was the driver? Not that anyone else cares on the radio, but this is a radio show, so we kind of steer the ship.
Decals adorn the Vince Granatelli Racing.
Yeah.
Driven by Roberto Guerrero.
All right. Maybe a little before my time on that one, which we've now dated thanks to racing liveries.
Yes. Yeah, look at that Dianetics. That's crazy. And number 1, I didn't know this one, but that car looks so cool as well. It's the Wii Fit. Yeah, you know that board that people stand on and like do exercises on?
With the video games?
Yeah. Wii Fit.
Wii is not fit, but cool livery.
Yeah, that's really, really cool.
Kind of white and green, and on an F1 car, which they just look cool. They look like spaceships anyway.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably I'm sure they're built like spaceships.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to listen to another song?
Cue up a tune.
Here's this song.
think you're falling too fast. Maybe slow it down. We don't need to rush anything, baby. Just take our time. I really like to get to know you better. Maybe talk a little over dinner. And really see who you are. I'm not giving you the cold shoulder. I just really want to get to know you, yeah. But all I see is amber lights flashing in my eyes. I can see caution signs warning me time after time after time. Hold on, he may not be the one for you. I can't ignore these amber lights. These amber lights. Yeah. Na 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 na. Listen. Boy, it's only been about a week or so, and you already told me you love me, yeah. But I can't say that I feel the same way. No, baby, I can't. You keep calling my phone over and over again. I know this probably ain't what you wanna hear, but I can't ignore the signs of that. I can't ignore it. Amber lights. I can see caution signs warning me time after time after time. Oh, tell me I'm not the one for you. I can't ignore these amber lights. These amber lights. I'm sorry if I may have disappointed you. I didn't intend to let you that feels ever, boy. I can't ignore these lights flashing in my eyes. All I see is caution signs warning me time after time after time after time. Hold on, he may not be the one for you. He may not be the one for you. No. These amber lights. These amber lights. Na, 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 na.
Welcome back.
All right. Do we get to do the news now? I tried to segue earlier and it was not good.
Technically, we should be talking about what we're reading.
Yeah, but neither of us are reading anything new. I'm still struggling through Walden by Thoreau. Although I'm out of the economy stuff and they say that's the driest part, but I mean, anyway.
I just like, maybe it's because I'm a younger millennial.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to us.
You're an elder millennial.
Okay.
I can't get on board with like, hey, this 1,200 page book is going to rock your world, but the first 900,
it's not. It's only like 300 or 400 pages.
Yeah, exactly.
No, not the entire in its entirety.
Oh,
it's not. It's not a long book. Yeah. I have read some books that it's like you ever get a chance to read Ben-Hur. It's like the first 200 or 300 pages are slow, and after that, you're like, oh, this is why this book was like huge when it came out.
I can't get past the first 200 or 300 pages of slow.
And my brother, one of my brothers, gifted me a book a few years ago, and was like, "You're not going to be into this till the last chapter," and I trudged through it and we got to the end. It was like, that was a lot of setup. It's not enough setup to get me to go out and buy the next book.
But you are right. We are doing the news.
Okay.
Hey, I'm going to give you some events from Tantramar Events. I'm starting on Monday. So we got Monday, February 12th, 2024, we have the... Oh, I said this wrong last time, and you
didn't. I didn't correct you.
No, you did correct me. I think is it the Craquet Classics lecture?
I don't know.
You corrected me last time.
Well, no, I hypothesized that it might be pronounced differently.
What was your?
Well, I thought it might be like German or something, so I said it could be like a hard E, which would be like an A, but I don't know, man.
Craquet. That's what I said too.
Someone is yelling at the radio
right now. And it's so funny because you thought we were going to get by this.
By the yelling?
No, by the yelling because
of the aviation stuff.
Well, because we wouldn't even get into it anyway.
Okay. There's lots to do this week.
This is the Craquet Classic Lectures at Mount Allison University. That is 4:30. It is held by the Classics Department. It is the 47th annual of Craquet Lectures. So yeah, that is on Monday. Tuesday, we got the community pancake dinner at Sackville United Church. Yeah, we got Strove Tuesday pancake dinner, marking the beginning.
I didn't put this together the first time, but that means it's Mardi Gras.
Is that right?
Well, yeah, that's Strove Tuesday. Is Fat Tuesday is Mardi Gras.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Huh. We're learning something new here.
You know, because it's your last bash before Lent.
Oh, it makes sense now.
So let's have some pancakes.
Let's have some pancakes. All are welcome, no charge. That is from 5 to 6:30 p.m. We might go to that. Why not?
Yeah, could be a thing. I was going to say there's a fireman's pancake dinner, but that's happening after we record this, but before it goes live. So you're too late to have supported your local firefighters, but I sure hope you did, and maybe got some pancakes in the process.
There will be a visual for Gaza at Town Hall. That is 6:30 on Tuesday the 13th for a candlelight vigil. We got Valentine's Day at Ducks Aren't Real.
Nothing says Happy Valentine's Day like some NASCAR tickets. Oh, you know it happens quite a lot, probably.
I'm sure it does. Treat your sweetie to our romantic 5-course menu, reservations, and more info at ducksaren'treal.ca. That night, there is an instrumental ensemble performance at the Brunton Auditorium by Mount Allison and the music department. This is chamber music from the symphonic band and the chamber orchestra. Thursday, we got karaoke at Ducky's. We got Power Hour at Ducky's. That's at 9 to 10. Karaoke starts at 9:30. And we also have the Amherst Theater Society looking at Kedi. That is Kedi, and that is over in the Amherst Theater. And that is everything for this week. You got any news, man?
I do have some news. I know you know a little bit about this, but because you casually mentioned it, I went and looked it up. And you know where I found the information of all places?
Where's that?
On the CHMA FM website.
Ah, yeah.
Which is on the internet.
It is on the internet.
Do you know what's in downtown Sackville? Historic downtown Sackville.
I've been.
The Vogue.
I've been.
Place setter.
I've been with you.
We have. We went and saw Mr. Plaskett
and
there.
Mr. Plaskett.
Yes, Mr. Plaskett Sr.?
No, well, yeah.
The Mr. Plasketts.
Bill and Joel.
Yes. And it was great.
It was really good.
And we're lucky to have such a thing in Sackville.
Yes.
But I didn't realize the bowling alley in Sackville even older than the Vogue. And they're in there. They're trying to tune it up.
Yeah,
they're getting the
renovations
bowling.
currently.
They're looking for someone to. They're looking for a bowling enthusiast.
Yes.
And if there's something I appreciate in the world, it's people who are enthusiastic about
something.
About something.
Yeah.
You know, and I think most people are about something. I don't feel like in the grand scheme of things, finding a bowling enthusiast would be all that hard, but sometimes it's hard to say.
I guess so. I know like bowling leagues are still quite big.
Yeah.
And even in Amherst, like I know co-workers
who bowl.
Yeah, they go to their bowling league every single week. So
that the bowling alley It's getting refinished.
refinished.
The sign's a little worse for wear. I don't know if I really ever registered that the old Coke sign's still hanging
Yeah,
there.
it does. I think it's awesome.
Because it kind of gets overshadowed by the Mel sign.
That is true.
If we're talking downtown signs. But still cool. So, yeah. And if you're a sign painter, hiding your one shot there.
Yeah.
It's a sign painter shout out. Maybe help him out with the sign a little bit. Needs a little sprucing.
Do it be really cool?
What's that?
Sign guy and bowling guy, same guy.
Man, that would be like a
match
tremendous.
made in heaven.
Yeah.
Talking about other things going on in town, we do have, and this is and was my news, a co-op, an eco-village, let's say, a housing co-op, has kind of been started. The groundwork has been laid for that.
Some land has been acquired?
Yep, 21 acres of land right by the golf.
Past the golf course.
I think it's like really, really close to the golf course anyway. It used to be part of Bill and Inez's Esterbrook's farm. The board co-chair, Eric Tutz King, and the other co-chair being Sabine Dietz, have been working, trying to get grants, trying to get, obviously, this land, and they're hoping to get, 40 to 60 residents on this land.
Yeah. Well, like as we briefly discussed in our last show, which got lost in the void of ether now, it's a good thing. We need housing.
Yeah. Affordable housing, which is one of the parts of their plan, is to be tied to rent and reasonable rent prices. Yeah, we need reasonable price housing for young adults. We need reasonable price housing for seniors,
and people in between those ages.
100%. Really, everyone in between. But I think it's a great thing. I think it being centered and eco-focused is good. Yeah. Good.
I don't envy the the planning of something like that.
No.
Just lining up the contract, just finding contractors. I'm sure. I know that carpenters are in crazy demand because housing is nuts, and I'm sure the hoops for grants and all that to jump through would just be gonna unpleasant.
Yeah.
Be a long slog. So I'm sure the level of commitment required for that it's not like a couple month project. It's years, and good on them.
Well, they said they've been working, I think, since, I forget, it was September 2021 or 2022.
Yeah, I 100% believe that.
And, they're coming out now with this statement in a press release. But even in the press release, it says that they're not looking to start construction until, spring 2025.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's only a year away.
Yes, it is only a year away, but...
Yes, I know. Takes time.
It takes time. Everything takes time. Hey, I was doing some investigative journalism.
Oh, yes. The folks at home don't know we're opening up an investigative journalism wing?
Yeah.
Department?
So our department reached
corner
out.
of a desk?
It is the corner of a desk. Our research department.
Yes.
Which is what we're calling them now. Went out and tried to get some statements.
Get the scoop.
Yeah, get the scoop. Get some statements from some local peoples just to clarify an issue that's been kind of messy on the Facebooks.
Yeah, not in Sackville, but Sackville adjacent.
Yes, in Amherst.
Yes.
So there was a brewing company over there that we both really enjoyed. Triders.
Yep.
We went there for trivias and just to go and have their wonderful ales. You can order local food from. You could order local food. You could order local food from town and go there and eat it there, and still have your beer there as well. It was really, really chill. They unfortunately went out of business. They
I thought they sold the business.
Well, that's it. They sold the business.
Yeah.
To Mystic Sea.
Yes.
Which is a brewery out of Moncton, I believe. I've never had any of this
I don't think they even had a location or have a location there. Yes.
Oh, I was going to say, because like I'm pretty big on craft beers and New Brunswick craft beers.
You would have picked up on it.
I've never had a Mystic Sea.
No.
But they have a
Not even sure where the Mystic Sea is.
I don't either.
Huh.
But there is a big Mystic Sea sign going into
Moncton saying coming soon.
Yeah, and it has been there for, I don't know, a month? A little bit.
More than that.
Yeah?
But anyway.
Mystic Sea purchased, quote unquote, I guess. Allegedly purchased Triders. And I don't think even that was like just like local gossip, like, you know.
No, it was announced on social medias.
Many, like both Mystic Sea and Triders social media.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently the deal fell through.
Soured?
Yeah, fell through. And there are former employees saying that, you know,
unflattering things.
Very unflattering things.
So was did they respond to our media request?
So I reached out to both Mystic Sea and former employees of Triders. I have not heard back from anyone.
Okay.
But then there's another business in Amherst, Teasers.
Yes.
Bar, pub, been there a very, very long time. They are getting, well, they were, people thought, bought by Mystic Sea.
Yes.
Because they had a joint announcement saying that, you know, the Teasers brand would be closing. It's going to turn the Mystic Sea, like,
yeah.
You know,
big changes.
Big changes. This is like a last Thursday night wing night for Teasers before it turns in the Mystic Sea, etc. And it turns out they haven't bought the building. They're leasing it, which is fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like a lot of
the plot thickens.
A lot of controversy around Mystic Sea.
Yeah.
And like, hey, if you're going to be selling...
living up to the mystical part.
Very much living up to the mystical part. Very confusing. Like mystical things.
Yes.
But yeah, there's going to be a local beer company. I'm going to want to support it.
We have a local beer company.
We do, sure. And I do support Bagtown Brewing as well.
Mm-hmm.
The wife and I go play board games there. You know.
There you go.
Yeah. But if there was another one, I would like to support that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just like, you know, be clear about what's going on and who my money's going to.
There you go.
I don't got unlimited monies.
Huh.
I got to use the monies I got well.
There you go. All right.
All right.
So next week, tune in for exciting developments in the local investigatory Yeah, that or something similar to that
segment
reporting.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to hear a song?
Sure. Play me a tune I've never heard before.
Okay, here's a song.
I can feel it. I won't conceal it. They can't control me. I'm wildfire. I pay my own way. I earn my whole way. I'm worth the whole bag. You can't deny. Time and tears roll down my face. I must be happy. Crystal clear raindrops won't drown my precious time. All this black and gold on me, I must be royalty. Live life like I just left my stresses all behind. Blood red roses, golden pieces, frozen moments. Blood red roses, golden pieces, frozen moments. Can you feel it? That electric feeling. Move like you mean it. Just like you love the light. I know you feel it. Why not reveal it? Don't you conceal it? Hey, let's take back the night. Time and tears roll down your face. You must be happy. Crystal clear raindrops won't drown your precious smile. Got you black and gold, they say you must be royalty. Live life like you just left your stresses all behind. Blood red roses, golden kisses, frozen moments. Blood red roses, golden kisses, frozen moments. We're gonna love forever. We're gonna love forever. Love is all we need. Love is all I need. We're gonna love forever. We're gonna love forever. Love is all we need. Love is all you need. Blood red roses, golden kisses, frozen moments. Love is all we need. Love is all I need. Blood red roses, golden kisses, frozen moments. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Blood red roses, golden kisses, frozen moments. Love is all you need. Love is all I need. Blood red roses, golden kisses, frozen moments. Love is all you need. Love is all you need.
Hey, welcome back.
What are we even going into here?
We're going into our 4 promos.
Oh yeah, I've got one lined up.
You do have one lined
Yeah.
up? Nice.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go into our gold stars.
All right.
So, here we go. I want to start out by doing a little shout out.
See, you read yours like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Is that how this is supposed to go?
I don't know, man.
Because I just shout them out. Like Monday, 8 o'clock, tune in for Spanish Bombs. Because where else are you hearing Spanish radio around here? I suppose you could use the internet.
And there are other... there's more than one Spanish show, I think.
Yeah, but not at Monday at 8 o'clock.
That's
on
true.
CHMA.
I was going to shout...
0.9 FM. Voice of the Marshes. Sir.
I was going to shout out The Witching Hour, which is Maya Noel and Hannah Lucas. Mondays at 12 a.m. So
that's midnight?
That's The Witching Hour.
Is it? That must be new.
They reach back in time to bring you the greatest and strangest punk, modern dream pop, new wave, goth rock, and everything alt with a focus on female musicians, LGBTQ plus musicians, and musicians of color. If you're feeling lost at The Witching Hour, you know where to find us. They followed us on the social medias. I need to follow them back.
Oh.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Also, right after this, as is every week, we have Live on KEXP. Live on KEXP, formerly known as Under the Needle, brings you the very best of KEXP's world-renowned live, in-studio, and remote performances. Each week, we'll bring you a new live session from emerging artists to well-established acts, spanning styles, genres, and cultures. And you can find out more information at their website, kexp.org. Look at this. There's the website right here. You're looking at it.
What? They're not looking at it because they're on the radio.
No, I said you're looking at it.
Well, it's from a distance. Can we do show call out tag? Like where we just call, like, shouted out The Witching Hour, and you said they followed us. Like,
yeah.
If can we call on them to shout out our show, and if they do, we will throw the fictitious ball to another radio program on CHMA.
Sure, but like I don't. What are we doing? So we're just gonna be like tag
The Witching Hour.
Hey, Witching Hour. You're definitely probably not listening to this, but if you are,
give us a little shout out.
Give us a shout out on any of the social medias.
And tell us what show you would like to have shout you out. Maybe it's the morning news. Maybe Maybe it's Sunday at 11 o'clock and you'd like the United Church shout out, which would be tough to secure.
I think it would be too.
Especially, anyway.
Hey, do you know what else we have?
I'll work the kinks out in my mind later on.
Hey, but for right now, all we know is witching hour, you're it.
Yeah.
And get back to us on social media.
Sure. Sounds good. That's step one.
Step one. Next, we got Black Atlantic, Sundays at 8 p.m. right after Live on KEXP, a primarily Black Atlantic-centric podcast, website, and media channel with the goal of bringing Atlantic POC voices to the world, hosted by Clinton Davis and Hilary LeBlanc. And they also have a website. Look at their website.
Snazzy.
Got a website, too. We got a website. Right.
We do. Found out it had a merch section. It's tremendous.
It does have a merch section. So, on their website, you can see all 3 seasons of their shows. They also have a blog, and I think they have more extra content, I should say, this month. So you go check them out. And I don't need to do another one. You already did one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Man.
2 in a way.
Well, you know what? You could stick around right after that. You could check out the night shift as well.
All right.
That's 4 hours of incredible CHMA content for you.
Man, it's a jam-packed evening.
It is a jam-packed evening. Hey, do you have a gold star?
I sure do. I can't remember immediately what it is, so I'll
Pheasants.
Look at my show.
It was pheasants.
No, I was giving out pheasant ones the other day, but we can't keep giving out gold stars to the pheasants.
They don't have gold stars
yet.
You
put too many on them, they won't be able to fly and make horrible noises.
Have a gold star.
I was going to give it to the Sackville Winterfest volunteers because Sackville Winterfest is just finishing. Nudge, nudge,
yes,
witch,
but
wink.
Are you taking it away from the pheasants?
Yeah, the pheasants weren't using it, and the
goodness.
volunteers. Do you know how many volunteers it takes to put on a Winterfest? It's not just Sackville anymore, man. It's Tantramar wide.
It's true.
And, there's a staff for that, but it ain't getting all that done.
Not all of it.
You need volunteers.
Fest.
Volunteer crew.
Volunteer crew.
Yeah, they deserve it, I'm sure.
Hopefully those pheasants don't come back.
If the pheasants
they're going to come back for the gold star.
The volunteers.
No, they're going to attack you from taking away their star.
It's going to be like a Zelda situation.
Yes.
I hope you film it, man.
If I'm there, I will be. I will not
Who
be helping.
Who are you giving a gold star to this week?
I'm giving my gold star to Grady Dick.
Oh. Who's a hockey player?
No.
Who's a sports athlete?
He is.
Nailed it.
He is a basketball player.
Oh, and that's the one I like.
Yeah, it is. He is one of the rookies for the Toronto Raptors this year. He has had, I will say, a disappointing year when it comes to, I guess, what his expectations were and what the team's expectations were for him. And by the teams, I mean the fans had very high expectations. Yes. Almost unrealistically high to place on like a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
Especially because they're a child still. Anyway, and he was getting crap online because he has a podcast and people were like, why are you talking? Just shoot the ball, man. And I don't like any of that. And then he's starting to have a couple of good games in a row, shooting well.
Yeah.
Really showing.
Now people are probably giving him less flack about the podcast.
Probably. It's just I don't know why fans got to be toxic to players. It's hey, do you know how you get no one wanting to come play for the Toronto Raptors?
Keep tearing them apart with your criticism every single week.
Exactly.
Huh.
Look at Philadelphia.
Yeah, we discussed this the other day.
Yeah, we did.
Because I asked air traffic controller Thomas what the toughest city to play pro sports in was.
It's easily Philadelphia.
Yeah, brotherly love does not extend to or it does extend. Because
exactly, because you throw batteries at your brother as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, do you want to listen to a song?
Play us out. No, not out. Play us another tune.
Here's a song.
Okay.
Never was your first one, and I'll never be your last. I thought we had something, but you ended it fast. When you treated me like I was just a stranger, turned our happiness to jealousy and anger. Had me thinking I was doing something wrong now. Mama told me I was messing with the wrong crowd. You said I lied to you, boy, but I'm not the guilty one. You said I lied to you, boy, but I'm not the guilty one. I know I said things I didn't mean, but you can't put it on me, 'cause you lied to me, boy, and I'm not the guilty one. I know that I never was your first one, and I'll never be your last. I thought we had something, but you ended it fast. When I thought that you were different, but I guess not. Had me thinking it was time for me to step off. Acting like it's my fault, acting like it's my fault, but you're the one to blame for it all. You said I lied to you, boy, but I'm not the guilty one. You said I lied to you, boy, but I'm not the guilty one. I know I said things I didn't mean, but you can't put it on me, 'cause you lied to me, boy. I'm not the guilty one. Don't need to hear your excuses. Don't need to hear what you think. You had the chance, but you ruined it. You ruined a really good thing. Don't need to hear your excuses. What you're saying now is pointless. You can live a lonely life now, and honestly, I hope that you enjoy it. 'Cause you lied to me, boy, and now you're the guilty one. You lied to me, boy, and I'm not the guilty one. No. I know I said things I didn't mean, but you can't put it on me, 'cause you lied to me, boy, and I'm not the guilty one. I know that I never was your first one, and I'll never be your last. I thought we had something, but you ended it fast.
welcome back. Hey, we need to do Don Cherry update.
Oh my goodness gracious!
So
Is it? Am I going to learn about more brass instruments?
No,
it's not the jazz.
No,
Don
you're going to
Cherry
learn
this week.
No, it's the former coach and former player and former analyst, Don Cherry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there isn't Don Cherry news every week, so I kind of have to go back in the vaults sometimes. But this week, I went back to Christmas. There was a picture of him like cutting a ham or something.
Mm-hmm.
And there was just like some podcaster. I have his name here. I'm not going to shout him out because
he's not a CHMA host.
He's exactly right.
Catch with him.
100%.
All right.
He's not it.
Yeah.
But
not like you folks on the Witching Hour.
Not the Witching Hour. Tag, you're it.
Yep.
Shout us out on social media. Then we'll figure out what to do next. It is a terrible game.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
It's going to be the worst.
Anyway.
People play lots of terrible games.
It's true. That's true.
People play football every day.
That's true.
Shots fired.
You know what?
People will agree with me because if they're listening to this, they ain't watching no Super Bowl.
I'll be watching the Super Bowl. Actually, like right now, I haven't done this prediction. We're at 4. Okay. Right now.
Yes.
While this show is going on.
Yes.
We are not listening to it.
What?
No, we are.
I can't listen to myself.
We are currently probably sitting. Oh no, you probably aren't.
No.
Not at this point.
Nope.
We're separated.
Yep. I've gone home.
We just saw you.
Waved goodbye.
Waved goodbye.
After having a great meal.
Yeah.
Of nutritious
meatballs
and delicious
meatballs
food.
Having one of my friends come over and judge a bunch of meatballs.
The food.
Anyway, Don Cherry, people were like, hey, you should be in the Hall of Fame. And then a whole bunch of people was like, no. That's the update.
Well, the Hockey Hall of Fame's in Toronto.
I don't know, and I don't care. All Hall of Fames are stupid.
Well, maybe they should just give it to Windsor, Nova Scotia.
The Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Sure, give it to Windsor, Nova Scotia.
They claim to be the birthplace of hockey, along with a few other places, but you know.
I'm sure they believe they're the birthplace of hockey.
Yes, and listen, they could. Like, I was down there recently. It's not nicer than when I used to live there a decade ago. But like a National Hall of Fame for hockey, that would bring people to Windsor.
Yeah, it would bring people to Windsor.
Yeah.
You know, I heard, I saw a meme today, and it was like, did you know that the giant pile of garbage in the Atlantic Ocean has a name?
Oh, no.
It is Nova Scotia.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, thank you for listening. Thank you to CHMA for hosting and broadcasting. Check them out at chmafm.com and CHMAFM on the socials. Check out midgicairport.com and visit our merch store.
On the internet?
Yeah, there it is. And give us a shout out on all the socials at Midgic Airport, except on X, formerly known as Twitter, which we are at Midgic_Airport. Check out our Twitch channel. There you can catch myself and internet technology specialist Sean and Jay playing Pokemon Red. The highlights of those streams will be posted daily on our YouTube channel. Finally, if you miss an episode, you can catch us anywhere you get your podcasts. Signing off.
Have a good evening, folks.
Go Chiefs.